कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते भक्तकांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते सुते देवी प्रणमामि भक्त्यादीना
लाइट बंद करो
चित्तस्य कामादि तरंगम कृपामयी त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ने वृंदे नमस्ते चरणारविंदे
पूरा
प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आज भी एक विशेष तिथि है, जगन्नाथ मिश्र का महोत्सव पुत्र जन्म लिया, इसलिए वहाँ महोत्सव है। और श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु को कहते हैं संकीर्तनैक पितरो, संकीर्तन पिता। इसलिए इनका जो आविर्भाव लीला ये ग्रहण का छल में सबका मुख में हरिनाम संकीर्तन करा दिया। सभी हरिनाम संकीर्तन करते हैं। और जो लोग बेधर्मी है वो भी ये लोगों का नकल करके हरिनाम करने लगा। इसलिए संकीर्तनी का पितरो, एकमात्र संकीर्तन का पिता श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु नित्यानंद। इससे पहले कोई नगर संकीर्तन नहीं करते थे। घर में कीर्तन अष्टप्रहर आदि कीर्तन, किंतु नगर में संकीर्तन करके जाना पहले नहीं था। और इसी संकीर्तन यज्ञों में जो लोग अपना आप को आहुति दिया और प्रभुपाद का हरि संकीर्तन को महिमा को वर्धन करने के लिए अपना अपना योग्यता अनुसार जो सेवा किया, वो उनका बीच में जो लोगों का संग मुझे मिला था और उनका जो शिक्षा मिला था, इसलिए मैं नहीं बताऊंगा और उसका जानने के लिए कभी कोशिश भी किया नहीं। उनका जो अवदान संकीर्तन यज्ञ में, इनका बारे में हमने जो कुछ सुना और जो कुछ अपना आंखों से देखा, उनको ही एक किताब में प्रकाश करने के लिए कोशिश किया। लेकिन इसलिए ये कंप्लीट हुआ नहीं, इसमें थोड़ा बाकी है, इसीलिए इसका भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नहीं करता। इसका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करेंगे
आफ्टर 15 days।
हाँ?
आफ्टर 15 days।
आफ्टर 15 डेज, 15 डेज के बाद इनको ये किया जाए। ये सिर्फ सैंपल कॉपी हमारा पास भेजा, इनमें 2-3 का कम है, इसका भी पूर्ण होके एकदम इससे प्रकाशित होगा। तो इस विषय में जिनका जानकारी करने के लिए इच्छा है, इनका बहुत उल्लास होगा, क्योंकि अवलोकन का विषय जिसको मैं साधारण व्यक्ति से विलक्षण देखा वही इसमें देखे, जिसका बारे में जो किया, जो स्टेटमेंट किया, अपना कुछ देखा, उनको ही मैंने इसी में ये किया, कंपाइल किया और इसी में एक प्रकाश किया। इच्छा था अभी इसको प्रकाश करने के लिए, लेकिन नाना प्रकार की असुविधा के कारण ये संभव हुआ नहीं, इसलिए मैं खेल प्रकाश करता हूँ। और जो लोग आग्रही हैं इनके पास मैं क्षमा भी करता हूँ, जैसे हुआ उसका
नाम का बोलो, नाम।
और इसका नाम दिया है माय बिलोवेड मास्टर्स, ऐसा नाम दिया। सभी को मैं मास्टर मानता हूँ, शिक्षा गुरु दीक्षा, इस हिसाब से जिनका संग मिला, जिनका संग से हमारा ये हुआ, भक्ति विषय में जानकारी हुआ, वो लोगों से ही मैं थी। इसलिए आज आनंदोत्सव जगन्नाथ शरीर असुस्थ का कारण ज्यादा बना।
So today, Srila Maharaj mentioned is a very special day, the day of Sri Jagannath Mishra Mahotsav. Like in Braj, we hear Nanda Mahotsav. Means when Sri Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda, they received their child, Krishna. So the next day they celebrated a Utsav, means inviting all the Brahmins, serving them, giving them gifts. All the residents, local residents, they also come to have darshan of the child. So in this way, Nanda Mahotsav was observed in Braj. So in the same way, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this world, Srila Maharaj mentioned that who is he? By Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, he has been mentioned as Sankirtanaika Pitaro. He as well as Nityananda Prabhu. That both of them, they are like the father. Pitaro means father. Sankirtanaika Pitaro. They are the creator or the one, those who begin the Sankirtan. Srila Maharaj mentioned prior to their appearance in this world, even though devotees, sometimes they used to chant the names of Lord. But the Nagar Sankirtan means chanting the names of the Lord. All, like so many devotees, they get together and chant the name of the Lord on the roads in the city in the country, in the villages, everywhere. That is called Sankirtan. So they are called Sankirtanaika Pitarau. They are the, what's the proper word?
Fathers.
Inaugurator. They are the inaugurator of this Sankirtan, Nagar Sankirtan specially, Srila Maharaj mentioned. So in this way, today is the Utsav, which was being celebrated by one of his devotee, who was his father, Sri Jagannath Mishra. So he made him fortunate to take birth in his house and started this Sankirtan. The day itself when he appeared, there was eclipse, lunar eclipse, and most of the people, they were chanting the names of the Lord, as well as those who were Vidharmi, means those who did not follow or did not having any inclination toward chanting the names of Lord. Even those people, they started chanting the names of Lord. So in this way, Srila Maharaj mentioned that time to time, there were many devotees. This Sankirtan is been compared with Yajna. Sankirtanaika Yajna. Yajna means fire sacrifice. Sankirtan Yajna. So this Sankirtan Yajna was started by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, and there were many people who joined this Sankirtan Yajna and offered themselves. Like in fire sacrifice, they offer some kind of ingredients which are considered that, okay, you are offering this by saying Swaha, means I am offering myself. It's offering of my heart. So in this way they offer. So in this way, the way we offer something in fire sacrifice, so in the same way, many devotees, they have sacrificed themselves in this Sankirtan Yajna, means propagating the names of Lord everywhere. And then one of the main devotee, one of the main commander-in-chief in the army of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who inaugurated again, re-established this Nagar Sankirtan anywhere and everywhere. And then by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was able to receive so many commanders who assisted him in spreading this Nagar Sankirtan everywhere, and they have offered themselves completely. They have given their ahuti, means they have offered themselves to this particular sacrifice. Instead of offering any other ingredient, they offered themselves completely with their life and soul. So those devotees, those who have offered themselves at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, those who were ready to sacrifice themselves even for this Sankirtan Yajna, Srila Maharaj mentioned among those devotees, those who were very prominent, by whose association, by whose conduct, by whose teachings, I was benefited a lot on this path of bhakti. By the mercy of my Guru Maharaj, means Srila Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj, I came in contact with all these personalities and learned many things from them. I was having no interest, Srila Maharaj mentioned from the very beginning, about knowing their history, means where they took birth, how much they studied, when they took birth, this and that. But I always observed a special, unique quality in them which cannot be possible in the life of ordinary people. Those special things which made them completely different from ordinary people, which brings them in the category of special personalities. Whatever I observe in their life, in their conduct, in their teachings, the kind of statements they made, all those things. Srila Maharaj mentioned that we have released this book, My Beloved Masters. Not only my master means my Guru Pad Padma, but my beloved masters means all those personalities who in reality benefited me a lot in my spiritual life. My Diksha Guru plus my Shiksha Gurus. All of them, those who are the pillars of my spiritual life. About them, whatever I remembered at this time, in this stage of my age, everything is been compiled. Whatever Srila Maharaj, he speaks about on the disappearance and appearance days of these personalities. In this book, My Beloved Masters, the incomparable commanders of Srila Prabhupada's army. This is the title of the book. The title is My Beloved Masters, and the subtitle is The Commanders, Incomparable Commanders in the Army of Srila Prabhupada. So, Srila Maharaj, in this book actually, we have compiled about 18 personalities. Srila Maharaj was able to meet with all these personalities, even more also, so many other personalities, but these are the special personalities in his life. Srila Maharaj mentions they appeared on the, what my Sanatana Prabhu will tell, on the horizon, on the horizon of my good fortune, whatever. In this way, he has mentioned that Srila Bhakti Prakash Aranya Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Sarvasva Giri Maharaj, Giri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Gaurav Baikanas Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vichar Jajavar Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pragyaneshav Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Kamal Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Alok Paramhams Maharaj, then Srila Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, then Sri Krishna Keshav Brahmachari, Srila Prabhupada's disciple, then Jagat Bandhu Datta. So all these personalities, Srila Bhakti Kumar Sant Goswami Maharaj, all these personalities, whoever Srila Maharaj came in contact with, and he was able to grasp special teachings from them. Devotees, whenever they heard from Srila Maharaj on their appearance and disappearance day, the glorification of these devotees, so many times devotees, they express their desire, deep desire that Maharaj, even the old devotees, senior devotees, there was one very senior devotee of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, whose name was Krishna Mai Didi. I think some of them may know her. She was the prominent disciple of Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. She always mentioned Srila Maharaj whenever she heard him, that nowadays I hear katha from many people, but when I hear from you, then I feel that, oh, here is a person who can speak about all those personalities, those who are very, very prominent and whose lives were exemplary. Because you speak about them. Whenever you speak katha, the teachings which they used to impart, that comes in your Harikatha. So in this way she used to appreciate it. and many other devotees. So over the time, Srila Maharaj, he was describing these special like acharyas on their appearance and disappearance days. So that's why Srila Maharaj mentioned that according to their capacity, they have served, they have offered themselves for this Sankirtan Yajna under the guidance of Srila Prabhupada. So their teachings, their life conduct, their special dealings with Srila Maharaj, that how Srila Maharaj served them. Because one time Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, he advised, he ordered Srila Maharaj that you should become Ugra Shrava. Means always hear from the superior authority. Never ever mix with those who are of your same adhikar or lower than you. Always associate with those who are superior to you. And then Srila Maharaj raised a question that, Maharaj, how it will be possible? Then he mentioned, it's very easy. You just learn one mantra. And what is that? Whenever you get opportunity, serve them. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned, I kept this teaching of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj in like binding in my heart for all the time, and followed whenever the opportunity came in Kolkata Math or in Braj Mandal Parikrama or in Navadvip Dham or wherever, when all these devotees, whenever they were there, I used to serve them by bringing hot water for them to bathe in the morning, wash their clothes, clean their room, give them prashadam on time. If they are unable to eat normal prashadam, then I can collect whatever is required for them and give them. If required, I can even serve them by massaging sometime. Because in this book, we had some small drawings made by our Shri Bakula Didi, that how Srila Maharaj, he is serving different devotees, different disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Small drawings. So in one of, like I was showing Maharaj one day, and then Srila Maharaj, he saw that how he is standing next to Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj's bed when he is in the hospital, and he is giving him a cup of milk. And then as soon as I was showing him one after another, then Srila Maharaj mentioned, actually in those days he used to ask me again and again that he is having pain in his legs and I have to massage him. So I used to massage him also. Why don't have that picture? So because he was serving them in many different ways. So Srila Maharaj, by following the teachings of Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, he served them, and the time came that when these devotees, they used to request Srila Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj that, Maharaj, whenever we are here, please give Narottam Brahmachari. Maharaj's name was Sri Narottam Brahmachari at that time. So give him in our room. He should stay with us. He should travel with us here and there. So they used to demand, they used to request that please send him with us. So Srila Maharaj said that just by following simple teaching which Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj gave me, throughout my life I was benefited. And till today, what happens, in those days when I used to serve them, I used to observe how they speak, what kind of dealings they are having, and how they are always absorbed in serving, remembering, following the words of Srila Prabhupada. So all those things, even though Srila Maharaj, when we used to ask him different other things that, oh, what else you can speak about this person, anything else you want to say. So different timing, different thing comes from him. And Srila Maharaj, according to his memory, he said that whatever I am able to tell, just like this is what I know. There are many more things which I used to remember, and I was able to speak about them, many other things. But now I don't have in my memory. So whatever we are fortunate that whatever he was able to speak to us, and speaking on their appearance and disappearance days, with the help of many devotees, those who really gave their time, energy, and with so much like dedication for Srila Maharaj. They tried their level best to present all these things. And now this book, actually in reality, Maharaj also mentioning that we wanted that this book should be distributed also on the day of Gaur Purnima. But still we were unable to do that. We were unable to complete it because two more personalities, Bhakti Hriday Ban Goswami Maharaj and Bhakti Saurabh Sar Goswami Maharaj. Maharaj wanted to include them, and still that's under, like we are still working on it. So it's almost done, but still Maharaj wanted us to include those two personalities also before distributing this book. So still it will take 15 more days. Hopefully after 15 days devotees will be able to have this book. So this is one of the special contribution of Srila Maharaj, which we generally don't hear from most of the devotees, because I never heard from anybody else. But somehow Srila Maharaj, he started speaking on all these subject matters, and then now it has come in the book form, My Beloved Masters, the incomparable commanders in the army of Srila Prabhupada. So we hope that devotees will be able to get it after 15 days. That's what Maharaj spoke up to now, I think. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned, yes, that today is Ananda Mahotsav, because Jagannath Mishra's Mahotsav. And in that Mahotsav, we have also like something to become blissful. And what is that? This book itself. Hare Krishna.
एक नवी सन्यासी, नाम है भक्ति वेदांत संत महाराज। कल संन्यास ग्रहण किया, इसीलिए संन्यास ग्रहण का बाद अपना कर्तव्य का बारे में कुछ जानकारी होना, तो उन्होंने एक ऐसा जानकारी किया, क्या कुछ किया, इसका बारे में वो उनका मुख से ही सुनने चाहता हूँ। उन्होंने क्या बोले इसका बारे में?
समझ नहीं आया, सब्जेक्ट नहीं समझ आया।
हाँ,
क्या किसके ऊपर बोलेंगे?
अच्छा, जो कल संन्यास दिया, नूतन संन्यासी, उनका नाम हुआ भक्ति वेदांत संत महाराज। तो संन्यास ग्रहण का उद्देश्य, संन्यास ग्रहण करके क्या करने पड़ता है, जो भागवत एकादश स्कंद में अवंती विप्र का उपाख्यान में वो है। चैतन्य महाप्रभु भी बोला कि काज संन्यास मो प्रेम प्रेय, संन्यास लेकर निर्बल लाभ करना नहीं, संन्यास लेकर नारायण बनना नहीं। जैसे मायावादी लोग बोलते हैं दंड धारण मात्रेण नरो नारायणो भवेत्, दंड धारण करने से ही नर मनुष्य नारायण बन जाता है। और इसीलिए वो लोग को देखने से यही बोलता है ओम नमो नारायण। ऐसा शिक्षा। लेकिन वैष्णव धर्म में ऐसा नहीं। वैष्णव धर्म में क्या संन्यास का जरूरत नहीं हमारा, प्रेम प्रयोजन। और महाप्रभु इसका बारे में क्या बोला, अनेर तनय आने रजत कांचन मैं आने देव प्रेम महाप्रेम। कौन प्रेम? कृष्ण प्रेम। कृष्ण प्रेम प्राप्ति के लिए ही संन्यास ग्रहण। इसलिए त्रिदंड काय मन वाक्य से संकल्प लेना ये भगवान को सेवा छोड़कर दूसरी कुछ करेंगे नहीं, आग भी जलाएंगे नहीं, रसोई वगैरह करके खाने के लिए, और भगवान के लिए सभी जस्टिफाइड सब करना। तो उन्होंने इसमें बारे में क्या शिक्षा लाभ किया, क्या उद्देश्य है, इनका बारे में उनके पास सुनने चाहता हूँ। क्योंकि हमारा गुरु जी भी संन्यास देने के बाद वो साहब को बोला बताओ इसको। पहले बोला था अवंती नगर का ब्राह्मण का ये पढ़ लेना, इसको ये पढ़ना पड़ता है, ऐसा करके
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय राधिकायै प्रियात्मने श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त नारायणीति नामिने। वंशाकल्पतरुश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम पदायक कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। वृंदावै तुलसी देवै प्रियावै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति पदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। सबसे पहले अस्मदीय गुरुपाद पद्म नित्यलीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सदस्य शिशिर भक्तिवेदांत श्री नारायण गोस्वामी गुरुपाद पद्मे अभय चरण कमल में कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करता हूँ। तत्पश्चात मेरी शिक्षा गुरुपाद पद्म एवं सन्यास गुरुदेव श्री भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज जी के अभय चरण कमल में कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करता हूँ। तत्पश्चात यहाँ उपस्थित है समस्त सारस्वत निगंडिपाद का समस्त ब्रह्मचारी एवं सारी भक्तबिंद के चरणों में यथायोग्य दंडवत प्रणाम। I am very sorry, my English not so good, so Western devotee, excuse me. So I can try Hindi, okay? So सबसे पहले सबको ये कहना बहुत जरूरी है, यद्यपि मैं सन्यास का योग्य नहीं हूँ, फिर भी शिला महाराज जी ने मेरे बहुत कृपा करके इस अधम को सन्यास प्रदान किया। वास्तविक रूप से महाराज जी का जो आदेश है वो पालन करने के लिए मैं सबके सामने कुछ बोलने का कोशिश करूंगा। मोटो बहुत दिनों से तो मठ में बात कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन फिर भी सबके सामने माइक लेकर के ऐसे बोलने का आदत है ही नहीं हमारा, इसलिए मैं सबसे माफी मांगता हूँ। मेरा हिंदी भाषा भी शुद्ध नहीं है, इसलिए मेरा टूटी फूटी भाषा में सन्यास गुरुदेव के आदेश पर मैं आप लोगों के सामने कुछ बोलने के लिए कोशिश करता हूँ। शिला महाराज जी ने आदेश किया कि सन्यास लेके हमारा क्या कर्तव्य है। हमें तो ये पता नहीं है, सन्यास तो ले लिया, लेकिन महाराज जी ने जो कहा मायावादी और गौड़ीय वैष्णव का जो सन्यास है इसमें क्या फर्क है। मायावादी का सन्यास अहम ब्रह्मास्मि और हमारा गौड़ीय वैष्णव का सन्यास त्रिदंडी सन्यास, काय मन वाक्य। तो ये चीज भी हमें स्पष्ट क्लियर नहीं है कि इस चीज को द्वारा भी कैसे हम आगे जाके सेवा करें। ये आप लोग हमारा हाथ में जो दंड देख रहे हैं और जो इस दंड का क्या अर्थ है और ये काय मन वाक्य के साथ इसका क्या संबंध है ये भी हमें पता नहीं है। आगे जाके हम शिला महाराज जी से इस बारे में जानकारी करेंगे कि हम लोग ऐसे जो दंड क्यों दिया जाता है और सन्यासी को ये लेकर के कैसे क्यों भ्रमण करना चाहिए। यद्यपि हमने पीछे बहुत बार सब सुना, फिर भी ये विचार क्लियर नहीं, स्पष्ट नहीं है, मैं समझ नहीं पाया। मायावादी का तो जो थोड़ा देर पहले शिला महाराज जी कहा कि उन लोग सन्यास लेने से ही अहम ब्रह्मास्मि भगवान बन जाता है, लेकिन हमारा गौड़ीय जो वैष्णव का सन्यास है यह है भक्ति सन्यास, काय मन वाक्य से सेवा करने के लिए। अन्नाभिलाषिता शून्यम, संसार में जितना भी प्रतिष्ठा मान सम्मान सब कुछ छोड़ छाड़ करके केवल वैकांतिक रूप से भगवान का सेवा करना ही हमारा कर्तव्य है। साधारण रूप से तो ये मीनिंग है कि विशेष करके महाराज जी ने जो कहा कि मायावादी का साथ शंकर, मायावादी मीन्स शंकर संप्रदाय, 10गामी जो सन्यास दिया जाता है, जो 108 जो सन्यास नाम हमारा गौड़ीय वैष्णव में है उसमें से 10 मुख्य है, वन, अरण्य, सरस्वती, तीर्थ, ऐसे। तो उनका जो ये 10 नाम से उनका सन्यास लेना पड़ता है, लेकिन हमारा गौड़ीय वैष्णव में 108 है। 108 में से जो सन्यास लेने के टाइम में कोई ना कोई नाम लेना पड़ता है। अष्टोत्तर शतश्री 108 सन्यास में कोई ना कोई नाम लेना पड़ता है गौड़ीय वैष्णव में, त्रिदंड सन्यास में। हम लोग जो गुरु जी से जो शिक्षा प्रदान जो प्राप्त किया मथुरा मठ, नवद्वीप मठ और जगह में मठ में रहने के बाद, तो ऐसे तो गुरु जी का आदेश तो मैं अपने जीवन में ठीक से पालन नहीं कर पाया। इसीलिए मैं महाराज जी के शरण में आया कि आगे जाकर के मैं अपना जीवन को एक दिशा दे सकूं, क्योंकि हम पहले ही बोला बौद्ध जीव है, यद्यपि मेरा अंदर कोई योग्यता है ही नहीं। इसलिए मैं महाराज जी के पास, महाराज जी के में जो अभय चरण कमल है, सिर्फ नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर तो कीर्तन में कहा विधाई पद कमल कोटि चंद्र शोषित लो जे छाया जगत जुड़ाए। वास्तविक रूप से सिर्फ महाराज जी के पास आकर के ये 2-3 महीनों में मेरा जीवन में कुछ ऐसे अनुभव हुआ। वो कोटि चंद्र सुशीतल कैसे है, ये वास्तविक हम लोग कीर्तन करता है, लेकिन है हम लोग बहुत सालों से कीर्तन 20 साल से कीर्तन कर रहा हूँ, निताई पद कमल कोटि चंद्र सुशीतल। तो जो गुरुपात्मा होता है, शास्त्रों में चैतन्य चरित्र में कहा गया, जो शिक्षा गुरुदेव तो कृष्ण का स्वरूप माना गया शास्त्रों के प्रमाण से। तो ये भी चीज हमें क्लियर नहीं है कि वो शिक्षा गुरुदेव कृष्ण का स्वरूप कैसे है। इतना तो हम तत्व गणे हैं, शास्त्र तो पढ़ा, वास्तविक रूप से इस चीज का हमें अनुभव नहीं है। शिक्षा गुरुदेव कैसे कृष्ण का स्वरूप है, ये भी जाकर के आगे श्रील महाराज जी की शिक्षा ग्रहण करना है। शिक्षा गुरुदेव कैसे कृष्ण का स्वरूप है हम ये जानते नहीं है। सभी लोगों को पता होंगे लेकिन हमें पता नहीं है ये चीज। शास्त्रों में तो कहा गया बहुत सारी बातें, जो शिक्षा गुरु पद्म होता है उनको कृष्ण का स्वरूप कहा गया। तो कैसे वो कृष्ण का स्वरूप है, हमें तो इस चीज को इतना दिन से रहने का मठ में रहने के बाद भी थोड़ा सा भी अनुभव नहीं हुआ। और किसको हम अपने जीवन में शिक्षा के रूप में स्वीकार करें, ये भी एक बड़ा बात है। किसी के पास जाकर के हम गौड़ीय वैष्णव देख करके, तिरंडी सन्यास देख करके, ये अच्छा भक्त देख करके उनके पास जाकर के हम ये शिक्षा लेने के लिए कोशिश करेंगे तो हमारे जीवन में जो भक्ति धारा का जो गति है वो सुधार में आएंगे या आगे हम बढ़ सकेंगे। ऐसा भी नहीं है। बहुत सारी संग करने के बाद भी ये भी चीज भी हमें ठीक तरह से पता नहीं चला कि कैसे साधु कैसे वैष्णव के साथ हमें संग होना चाहिए हमारा जीवन का पारमार्थिक कल्याण के लिए, पारमार्थिक एडवांस के लिए, ये भी हमें पता नहीं है। इसीलिए महाराज जी ने तो कहा कि सन्यास लेकर के आगे तुम्हारा जीवन का उद्देश्य क्या होना चाहिए। यही चीज शिक्षा के लिए कि आगे हम पारमार्थिक दृष्टि से आगे हम कैसे आगे बढ़े, इसी चीज शिक्षा के लिए हम महाराज के चरण में, अभय जी चरण कमल है उस चरण कमल में मैं आश्रय किया। हम साधारण रूप से तो सन्यासियों को सभी लोग सम्मान करते हैं, धन्यवाद प्रणाम करता है। सन्यास लेने से पहले मैं ये चीज को बहुत बार सोचा कि हमारा अंदर कोई योग्यता नहीं है। हम जब सन्यास लेंगे तो बहुत सारी सीनियर डिवोटी, बहुत सारी सीनियर सन्यासी ब्रह्मचारी सब लोग हमें धन्यवाद प्रणाम करेंगे सन्यास को देख करके। वैष्णवेर प्रतिष्ठा ताते करो निष्ठा। हमने जब मथुरा में गुरु से लाल कपड़ा बहुत सालों के बाद मठ में रहने के बाद जब गुरु जी ने बोला लाल कपड़ा लेने का इच्छा है, तुम्हारा बाद में जो मठ में आया जूनियर वो सब लाल कपड़ा ले लिया और तुम अभी तक सफेद कपड़ा में हो। इच्छा है कि नहीं मन में, आगे जाके मठ में रहना है कि नहीं? तो मैं गुरु जी से बोला हाँ मन में तो रहने का इच्छा है, क्योंकि घर में तो वापस आ जाना नहीं। तो ठीक है, जब आपका जो आदेश है वो मैं पालन करने की कोशिश करूंगा। मैं तो योग्य नहीं हूँ। बोलता है योग्यता हम तुम्हें देंगे, तुम इस चीज के लिए मत सोचो कि कौन योग्य है कौन योग्य नहीं है, ये मेरा ऊपर छोड़ दो और हमारा जो आदेश है वो ठीक से पालन करने की कोशिश करो। फिर भी पहले मैं बोला बौद्ध जीव हूँ, काम क्रोध लोभ मत सोचो का दास हूँ, इसीलिए मैं अपने जीवन में गुरु जी का आदेश ठीक से पालन नहीं कर पाया। मैं मठ से इधर उधर हो गया। फिर महाराज जी के चरण में आया कि ठीक से आगे हमारा जो सन्यास तो ले लिया, सन्यास लेने के बाद क्या कर्तव्य है, कैसे अपने जीवन को बिताना चाहिए, ये धीरे धीरे महाराज से हम शिक्षा करेंगे, शिक्षा ग्रहण करेंगे। हमारा अंदर कोई योग्यता नहीं है, इसीलिए श्रील महाराज जी के चरण में हमारा कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद प्रणाम करके मैं यही प्रार्थना करता हूँ आगे जा करके हम जैसे आप अपने जो आश्रित है, आश्रित जनों को जैसे आप शासन करते हैं, ऐसे भी मेरा ऊपर वो शासन लागू करे और हमारा जो पारमार्थिक कल्याण है उस कल्याण के लिए जो भी करना है। श्रील भक्तिनाथ ठाकुर तो लिखा तुम्ही तो ठाकुर तुम्ही आमी तो जानो हो मोरे, वो तो भगवान के लिए लिखा। लेकिन मेरा पास महाराज जी की यही प्रार्थना है, श्रील महाराज जी आप हमें अपना जो एक साधारण छोटा सा दीनहीन अधम, इतना बड़ा तो भक्तिनाथ ठाकुर ने तो दैन्यता पूर्वक इतना बड़ा बात कह दिया, कुकुर के साथ आपने को ये क्या दैन्यता पूर्वक, इतना तो दैन्यता अंदर मेरा है ही नहीं कि मैं महाराज जी के पास एक जैसे सड़क में जो कुत्ता घूमता है ना, उनका कोई मालिक नहीं है। लेकिन हाँ, आज संन्यास लेने के बाद यही मन में आया, आज से जो संन्यास हमने ग्रहण किया, ये महाराज जी हमारा प्रभु है। और सिलो जैसे गुरुपाद पंथों के दीक्षा लेने के बाद ये चीज तो ठीक से हमें पता नहीं चला कि गुरुजी ने जो कह रहा है वही वेद वाक्य को मान करके आगे चलने से ही तुम्हारा पारमार्थिक कल्याण होगा। ये चीज हमें अपने जीवन में कभी अनुभव नहीं किया, इसीलिए हम गुरुजी का आदेश ठीक से पालन नहीं कर पाया। मैं एक प्रकार से गुरुजी के चरण में अपराधी हूँ, क्योंकि गुरुजी का जो आदेश हमारे ऊपर किया था वो ठीक से मैं नहीं पालन कर पाया। इसलिए इस चीज से अब कैसे धीरे धीरे वो जो गुरुजी का आदेश पालन नहीं करने से मेरा जो परमार्थ इतना सालों के बाद मठ में रहने के जो परमार्थिक नुकसान हुआ वो मैं श्री महाराज जी के पास आकर के पूरा करना चाहता हूँ। वही शिक्षा में ग्रहण करना चाहता हूँ कि कैसे गुरुपाद पंथों का आदेश अपने जीवन में पालन करना चाहिए। यही है, इसलिए मैं आया महाराज जी के पास। और तो बहुत सारी बातें हैं जो हम नहीं कहना चाहते, वितर्कित तो बातें यहाँ नहीं कहना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि महाराज जी के सामने ज़्यादा बोलने का सामर्थ्य भी नहीं है। पहले से बोल दिया, मैं बिल्कुल योग्य नहीं हूँ आप सबके सामने माइक में खड़ा होकर कुछ तत्व कथा हरि कथा बोलने का। इसलिए महाराज जी मुझे क्षमा करे, और आगे शिष्य होने का भी तो मैं योग्य नहीं हूँ, सन्यास तो दूर की बात है। इसलिए महाराज जी हमें अपने निजो एक छोटा अधम सेवक समझ करके हमें आगे के लिए शिक्षित करें कि हमारा सन्यास कैसे रक्षा होगा और आगे जाकर के हम कैसे सबको सम्मान करें, तीन आदमी को सुनिश्चित होकर के हम इस भक्ति मार्ग में आगे बढ़े। वंशा कल्पतरुवस्य कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो।
So, Srila Maharaj, he started speaking again by saying that one new devotee, he has taken sannyas, and then Srila Maharaj mentioned that how his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Daik Madhav Goswami Maharaj, whenever he used to award sannyas to somebody, he used to ask them. He asked Srila Maharaj also, Maharaj remembers most of the time, that he asked him that, oh, you should read Srimad Bhagavatam, and in that Bhagavatam, especially the description of Avanti Nagar Sannyasi, a sannyasi who used to live in Avanti Nagar, how he was leading his life. Read everything about him, and then next day I will award you sannyas. So Srila Maharaj, he was mentioning that how, why his Guru Maharaj asked that particular description to read, because in that it is mentioned very clearly that how one has to become a great devotee, a devotee. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he accepted sannyas, he himself mentioned, Ki kaj sannyas mor, prem prayojan. That what is the real cause of accepting sannyas? Ki kaj sannyas mor, prem prayojan. I am hankering only for Krishna prem, and that's the purpose of accepting sannyas. How one can attain that Krishna prem? For that there is a process. In one of the processes, that how one he controls on his kai, man and vakya, on his tongue, on his mind, kai, and on the activities of his body, mind and words, how he controls everything. So in this way, Srila Maharaj, he mentioned that Mahaprabhu himself also mentioned that Mahaprabhu was speaking with Shachi Mata that Aner Tanay Ane Dive Rajat Kanchan, that oh my dear mother, the son of others, they will bring by their hard labor, they will earn many things, and they will bring silver and gold for their mothers, but I will bring Krishna Prem for you. I will earn Krishna Prem for you. So in this way, Srila Maharaj mentioned that how Sriman Mahaprabhu, when he accepted sannyas, he showed the main cause of accepting sannyas is to only invest complete energy through body, mind and words to achieve only Krishna Prem. That's the goal of one's life. So in this way, Srila Maharaj asked that, okay, now I ask our new sannyasi, whose name is Sri Bhaktivedanta Sant Maharaj, that he can speak by himself that what is the cause of his accepting sannyas, as well as how he will be leading his life in the future as a sannyasi. So Srila Maharaj asked him to speak about this subject matter. Srila Maharaj also mentioned that the sannyasi of Vaishnavas is not for nirvana, it's not for attaining liberation, and at the same time it is not also to become one with the Lord, Aham Brahmasmi, or just by carrying sannyas danda one becomes Narayan himself. That's the saying in Mayavadi sannyasis, that as soon as one accepts sannyas, he becomes equal to Narayan. Srila Maharaj mentioned this is not our view, Vaishnava's view regarding sannyas. The only thing which Vaishnava sannyasis say, that why they have accepted, they want to serve completely at the lotus feet of Lord. So when Srila Maharaj asked him, so our devotee Srila Sri Bhakti Vedanta Sant Maharaj, he started speaking. First of all, he mentioned that even though I am associating with the devotees and lived for many years in the mud under the guidance of Srila Gurudev, but still till today I have never ever spoken in the assembly like this especially. So this is the first time I am speaking, and that also in front of Srila Maharaj, and again like in his presence, along with the subject which has been given to me. I never thought, like prior to his order, I didn't thought before 1 minute even that he will ask me to speak and all give me the subject also. So that's why it is becoming little difficult for me to express or speak on the subject matter. But he touched some good points. What he mentioned, that even though I have accepted sannyas, but still in reality the purpose of accepting sannyas, what Srila Maharaj is mentioning, that the goal is Krishna Prem, I am not realized in it. I am like a student. I am not a perfect sannyasi, or I am not able to control all these things, body, mind or word, which Srila Maharaj is mentioning. But still, because I have taken shelter at his lotus feet, with this desire that he will teach me through his conduct, through his love and affection, through his teachings, he will really teach me that how I can really control all those things which sannyasi is supposed to, and at the same time how I will achieve Krishna Prem. Then he mentioned that the time when he was living in Mathura Math, one time Gurudev asked him that you are living in the mud for many years now, and so many devotees who came later, they have accepted saffron clothes. So why don't you accept saffron clothes? And then he mentioned, I answered Gurudev that Gurudev, I think I am not qualified for that. But at that time, Gurudev mentioned him that don't worry for your qualification. I will take care of all those things. If you sincerely desire only to move on this path, then don't worry, accept it. Then on the order of Gurudev, he mentioned that without thinking about my real qualification, I started like my journey with saffron clothes. Gurudev gave me saffron clothes, I started wearing it. The orders which Srila Gurudev gave me personally, the kind of life he wanted me to lead, till today he mentioned that I am unable to really follow all those things very clearly. Some places I did not even follow the teachings or the order which he has given me, and I feel guilty of it also. I feel that I have disobeyed him. So before 3 months he mentioned that when I came to Srila Maharaj's lotus feet in Puri, since that time I realized that okay, here is a person who can really fix me again on the path of bhakti. He is the one who can really inspire me that how I can follow the words of my Guru Maharaj, how I can really follow his teachings in my life. The day when I met him, since that day more and more I started realizing that even though I am singing this kirtan from many years, Nitai Pad Kamala Koti Chandra Shushitala, that the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu is more soothing, more cooling than 100,000 of moons. So by coming to Srila Maharaj, because Srila Gurudev disappeared long back from 7-8 years now, 7 years, and since that time I was feeling that what I should do, I am unable to follow his order, I am even disobeying him in many ways. So what to do? But when I met with Maharaj, I felt yes, I attained the lotus feet of that personality whose lotus feet are cooling for my heart, under whose direction I can really follow the footsteps of my Gurudev. So again and again, 3-4 times in his speech he mentioned that I am feeling I am completely unqualified, I am having still many faults. So everybody, whoever is here or whoever is knows about me, I just want to mention very clearly that I am not having control or anything. I am not on my body, not on my words, not on my mind. I am still struggling with all these things. But I have taken shelter at the lotus feet of Srila Maharaj with this desire that he will definitely remove all these obstacles, whatever is there on my on this path, for me on this path of bhakti. So in this way he concluded that I pray to all the devotees whoever are here, I pray at the lotus feet of Srila Maharaj also that he can please bless me, accept me as that kind of servant for whom he can feel free to chastise, say anything, teach, in whatever way he wants to manage my life. I really want to surrender completely at his lotus feet. This is my desire. Then he mentioned that how Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has written in one of his songs that Tumi to Thakur, oh my Lord, you are my master. Tomar kukur bolia janao mere more. I am having a strong desire in my heart that you can please accept me, your disciple, your devotee. What kind of devotee? Tomar kukur, accepting me as one of your dog. So in this way he mentioned that how I was also like a dog actually in reality, wandering on the road here and there, having no master. But now I have attained a master and having a great hope that he will definitely, the way he started accepting me, he will in reality accept me for all the time and teach me all the things, all the subtleties in the path of bhakti, and make me understand very clearly what is the purpose of my life, how I can attain Krishna Prem, and how step by step I can go forward on this path. In this way, I think whatever I remembered, he mentioned, yes, one more thing, that Anya Vilashita Shunyam, this verse also he mentioned, that I want to really come to that stage where I can give up all the desires other than the desire of serving Krishna under the guidance of pure devotees. In this way he mentioned that Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, according to the Shastras, it is considered that they are non-different. So now I am like on the path, on this process of realizing that how they are non-different and they are really the embodiment of Krishna's mercy. In this way, whatever I remembered, I just spoke. That he was mentioning that how I was thinking for many days that when I will take sannyas, then many senior people also, they will offer their respect, but how I have to deal with all these things. Then again he was mentioning that, but because this is something which I wanted to go forward on this path and to become a real Vaishnava, maybe all these things will come on the path, but I have to approach in a Vaishnava way, that they are, this is the way how I will become Trinadapi Shunich. That by this, if somebody will pay pranams, I have to also pay pranam by remembering that in reality who am I? I am the servant of the Lord. So in this way it will remind me again and again. So I want to become Trinadapi Shunich. I want to follow the teachings of Mahaprabhu. I want to follow the teachings of this sannyasi, Avanti Nagar sannyasi. I want to follow all these things, but I hope that Maharaj will definitely accept me at his lotus feet and train me, teach me in reality that how to go forward and become the recipient of this Krishna Prem. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.